Extra, read all about it. Cancer, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. A big old FYI, guys, I will be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Friday the 19th on YouTube. I will be showing up live to do a full zodiac predictions for each zodiac sign for the new moon in Cancer, as well as the solar eclipse that's going to be happening. So come on by. I'd love for you to be there. Cancer, this is all about you. This is not a horoscope. It's an energy reading. So this is Cancerian energies. So even if you're just dealing with a Cancerian, this is something that will interest you. I always do an extended reading as well, which susses out details and really personalizes the energies what we pick up on YouTube. And that link is in the description box below. And yes, I do personal readings. If you're interested, that's also in the description box below. Here we go, Cancers. I want to... Hold on. Let's start off with the reading with this little bit of wisdom. I just paused because I noticed a lot of the cards were flipped upside down. And I like to start with fresh decks, right? So Cancer, that's a huge part of my message for you today, especially since Mercury is going retrograde and will be retrograde during Cancerian season. Before you decide, before you say anything, or before you share any information, make sure you've checked twice and investigated the source. It's not that somebody will be trying to trick you or things will be blowing up in your face, but that things could blow up in your face, or you could easily misinterpret a lot of signs and signals that are being sent to you right now. So before you make any decisions, and especially before you take action, be sure you check the list twice. All right? Naughty or nice, before you decide, check the list twice. Major piece of information. Now we're going to start with your crowning energy, Cancers, which is the energy that's basically influencing and guiding the entire reading. And then we're going to go to the heart of the reading, which is the primary challenges and what you're feeling and thinking about and how you're reacting to this. And then, of course, last but not least, we have your grounding energy, which is the energy that will help pull you through. So Cancers, Cancer, 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 oh, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay? Something happening in the past. Something coming at you from the past. Once again, very interesting when so many planets are retrograde and when so much of us is to hold on to history. Water signs are the keeper of the history, and especially Cancerians, we love history, and to the point where we will live in the idealized version of the past, right? Instead of the real version of the past, instead of the present time, which is the most precious time. So the first card that came out in your crowning energy is Be Generous of Spirit. This is a Leo in reverse. Whether you were dealing with a very egotistical, manipulative, and domineering Leo, or this is a sense of your ego in and of itself. I don't think so, though. I think this was a domineering, egotistical person that you were extremely in love with. Somebody that you gave your full heart to, your full self to, and really maybe even have a family with or are partially still connected to. This is a sense of justifying. That's what I mean. Check the list twice. Are they naughty or are they nice? And if they're naughty and you're enjoying it, are you aware that you're still enjoying naughty and that naughty isn't just becoming nice because it's pleasurable? This is a sense of almost giving somebody your heart that clearly did not deserve it, that clearly was somebody who was extremely into themselves and took more credit for themselves and their capabilities than they ever should, and really took a lot of liberties with your heart. This is also telling me that they drained your energy and they made you feel like crap about yourself. But this is still upright, right? This is still a full heart, giving a full heart, believing that this person loves you when they fucking don't. And the reason why you know they don't love you is because they're not good to you. But here they are having full access to your heart. That's why I'm saying Mercury retrograde, yes, it brings up the X's, but this is bigger than the X's. This is a lesson in love, because Venus is in retrograde until the 25th of June, which means Mercury retrograde will start before Venus goes direct. This is a sense, especially for this next week, this is a sense of, why do you love people who are bad to you? Do they really deserve, like, how much are you justifying and smoothing over, like I said in the beginning of the reading, smoothing over this person's actions towards you as well as their impact in your life? Why are you doing that? Why? Love is not just given away. It is not. And yes, love is unconditional, but it's a two-way street. You don't give somebody unconditional love when they're not giving you shit. Like, you don't just hand anybody your child, do you, Cancer? That's what it's saying. And that's the problem with Cancerians. We're always like, oh, here's a heart. Would we do that with our child? No, hell no. Very, very guarded, very protective of our child. If we treated our hearts the way we treat our children, we wouldn't get into these situations. You know, it's like looking at yourself as if you're your own child and need love and protection as well. Okay, that's unconditional, to really understand the value of someone. This person didn't understand the value, and yet you gave them your full heart. And this is definitely a person, or bigger than that, your relationship with love itself. And it's got to change, and it's got to stop, because we fall in love with these things that don't help us, that are not for us, but we mystically and magically like put ourselves in this like, they're amazing. No, they're not. And this is the time for you to go back and check. Check the decisions that you've made in love. Check who you've fallen in love with. Understand why you've gotten yourself into those situations. This is reassigning your love energy to where it really can matter and help you. Take time out. Take a break. This is mama bear energy. This is be protective and be defensive of yourself. Show some respect for who you are. This is defending somebody being very defensive or aggressive. And that's what I want you to act like when it comes to your heart. This is a sense of, because I got this feeling somebody could be coming back, right? No, mama bear don't let those motherfuckers back. Mama bear ain't having it. Don't mess with mama. Nothing is wasted. But, and this is 9-9. You see? Direct 9. And then 6 plus 3 adds up to 9. Yes, you made these mistakes. But Mercury retrograde is giving us this opportunity, Cancers, to understand those mistakes. To look back at them and acknowledge they were mistakes instead of still trying to like justify them. There is always enough. Flipped upside down, this is Piscean energy. Once again, the energy of 9. You have 999 in a row. Something is coming out. Something is coming to the surface. Something is about to be revealed to you. Bottom line, there is a cycle in your life that you have not finished. And that has to do with self-respect and protection of yourself and understanding of your self-worth. This sense of like, well, because I allowed them in my life to begin with, I have to keep justifying it and I have to keep doing it. No, you don't. The only place that I can find value is them finding value in me. No, it isn't. You could be abused, like beaten by your spouse for 15 years straight, every day, and wake up and decide to leave. You have that right. And that's what this energy is trying to teach you. You don't have to. You have no obligation, because Cancers always feel obligated. If we've said we're going to do something or we've committed ourselves to even loving a certain way, well, then we've got to keep doing it. No, you don't. No, you don't. We're the only ones that are stuck holding on to the past. Everybody else isn't. Nobody else is going to come back and put you in check and say, Cancer, you have no right to do this, except the abusive piece of shit that you let into your life, because you're such an asset. You're such a wellspring of resources for them. This is about you turning around, facing the facts, and learning from it. But you still have to take that next step. 999. Something needs to be completed. And I'm going to say this. It starts with your self-respect. And it starts with just everything you know about the past. Almost something that this is the energy of you're still protecting something from the past. You're still protecting them. You're still protecting them. And it's actually harming them. It's draining them. It's keeping them stunted. Stop protecting them. You're not doing it for the right reasons, and neither are they. This is Capricornian energy, which is the direct opposite of you. This is a sense of you honing it. This is your central. This is the heart of your reading. This is a sense of you becoming far more enterprising and a lot less domestic. Thinking outside of your home and thinking about accomplishing something in the world, as opposed to obsessing as to what's going on in your home and what's going on with the people in your home. Home as in your heart space. Not necessarily your home, because home could mean a lot of different things in a lot of different places to a lot of different people, even Cancerians. But it's where your heart is. Okay, what you need to think about right now is outside of it. And this is Spirit saying, if your mind is focused out there, being enterprising, making something, creating something, getting it done, that's your saving grace. That's what's going to help you step out and take this last step to completing this cycle and moving it behind you. Get to work and allow yourself to know that you have a right to get to work, and that whoever is still depending on you needs to stop, because your energy is for you now. You have Spirit, you have Eagle Spirit and Hawk Spirit back to back. And both of them are 2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 2, 5, 5, 5, 55, change. But it's a change in you. It's a change in the way that you see the world and what you allow yourself to be capable of, what you allow yourself to focus on. This is air, this is Capricornian energy. This is getting things done. This is air energy. Seeing the long term, seeing in the distance, building something that is exceptional. Now, this could very well be that you have already been working on something and it just can't seem to get off the ground, and you're pissed about it. You're angry. You feel like, I've wasted all this time and all this energy and I don't see anything coming from it. Spirit is saying, keep going. It's in the future. Trust us. We see it. We have that aerial view. You've got to use our minds and our sight for it right now, but you have to do it. You have to have faith. Really interesting energy. Intriguing energy. Claim your independence. 1 plus 3. This is, you may have to endure some crap. Falling on your ass, not feeling good about yourself, or feeling like you're not recognized, realized, or even noticed when you walk into the room. This is a sense of you don't have a really clear vision of who you are or how important you are, which is why you can't see that you are actually making headway, because of your reduced sense of self. That's what's getting in the way of you understanding and knowing. Slow and steady wins the race. 6 plus 2. This is the energy of 8, which is destiny, infinity. Also, resources coming to you. Resources are going to trickle in. They're going to go slowly, but they're supposed to be. This is not a race. It's a marathon. You're supposed to be in this current. Are you in the current that you want to be in because you enjoy the current or because you wanted to get someplace quick? This is not a quick turnaround. That's what Spirit is letting you know. And I feel like that's what's draining you. You want instantaneous gratification. And that's why we can fall back onto our ways of helping those vampires, because it gives us instantaneous high of, oh, look, they gave us attention. Or, oh, look, I helped them with their life. And that's when we start to drain ourselves and get used. And realizing that we have these patterns in ourselves and that we always choose to do this, especially when we feel weak and we feel unsuccessful. This is a sense of it's going to trickle in. It's going to happen slowly. Spirit is testing us and it wants to know, are you with me? You can't just be with me when I'm making things happen for you like this. This is also telling me this is something you've been working on for a long time. So the fact that not much has come of it is really, it's kind of like twisting your gut. Yeah, what did I just say? It's twisting your gut. This is Scorpionic energy. Cancer energy, Pisces energy is here, and Scorpio energy. It's I'll flip the camera so that you can see. But this is, this is like disappointment in the world. This is criticism coming in. This is something that's really bugging you and won't let you go. But this is 6 plus 4, which is 10, which means completion of a cycle that really bothered you, that's been going on for too long. And that's why it's been taking too long. It's been going too slow. That's why you felt so frustrated. Time to heal. What did I say? There's 55 up top and then there's 55 here. See, all that energy that's been spiraling and twisting in your gut is about to be launched and it's about to come out. And all that venom is about to be used as rocket fuel to launch you forward. Don't underestimate this energy, because this is demon energy, evil energy, or just pure energy that is demonized because it's usually not used correctly. But this is your essence. This is your center of self. This is you spewing all those toxins, getting rid of it, getting rid of the wickedness and the stuff that's twisting your gut, finding a way to purge it. Finding a way to not have it be a part of who you are anymore and using it to your advantage. Okay. Dream the world into being. This is awakening. Awakening to how your history is informing your future. Of how you're dragging along your history along with you. About how you're repeating the same cycles over and over again, but also learning from the past so that you can change your future. This is a beautiful retrograde energy because it is review. You're realizing the decisions that you made and why you made them. And honestly, you're going to have to realize it before you can let go of it. You're going to have to realize how much of a burden it's become to you. Because us with burdens, we just like, oh yeah, I'll have another. Sure, I'll have another piece of baggage on my back. Absolutely. You know, we're like the martyrs of the goddamn zodiac. And there's this sense of, but has that mindset and have those choices really helped us? No. So there is a sense of launching. Finally being able to let go of the past or let go of a tough cycle that you have been stuck in or repeating. Or it's almost like, I have to show you the cards. It's almost like realizing, being ready to let it go. Being ready to like start over. Like a brand new start. Interesting. Sweet results await. This is hard work paying off. So something is cosmically turning to really almost like dump the garbage. Because 7 is the energy of work and creation. Remember, God created the earth and the heavens in 7 days, right? You know that 7 is creation. It's also luck. But it's not luck. It's luck that you created yourself by working your ass off. So this is bounty and honey coming on in. All right? But only the hardworking bees get the honey. But this is you. This is your honey showing up. And I think it has to do with something showing up, something returning from the past. A new effort it's almost like you're confronting again something that you had let go of because it hurt you too much in the past. But you're going back to it, not to go back to it, but to like try it again. And you win. This is Taurus energy. So this is loving and constructive energy, finding a sympathetic heart, also being grounded, but having that higher perspective, being able to reach the leaves on the trees that most people can't because you're above it. This is a sense of trustworthy and reliable resources, finances, somebody who really believes in you, investing you, and seeing the bounty in what you have. Last but not least, your grounding energy. There's 4 cards. Time to let go of all the fears and all the things that have been nagging at your heart. Time to release it. Spirit has a plan. 3 + 5 is 8 again, adding up to destiny and fate. This has always been benchmarked for you, Cancer. Spirit has been leading you to this point. He's always had you. Spirit's always got you, even though you didn't know it. Even though you thought you were all alone and unappreciated and you bumped your ass so many times, you could barely stand up. Be fearless and bold. Now, this is Aries energy that's upright. So deep down inside, you do have that fire inside of you. And you may be a little bit different and you may be a little bit queer, but it doesn't matter. Because you're here and you know how valuable you are now. This is real confidence. In other words, Spirit believes in you. Spirit sees you as something fierce and something mighty. So this is a sense of seeing yourself as Spirit or people who love you unconditionally see you. And then last but not least, be here now. It's happening. 4 + 3 adds up to 7. This is Libra energy. This is beauty. This is somebody seeing and seeing your beauty. I wouldn't be surprised all of a sudden somebody's extremely impressed by you and like comes at you full steam engine. But there is a sense of, that's not necessarily just love and romance. They get you. They see your uniqueness. They spotted you. Out of all the people who were ignoring you, all of a sudden you get noticed. Now, Cancerian, this is a sense of why? Because you put yourself out there. And if you are bold and you do believe in yourself and you put yourself out there, people are going to notice you. They're going to take notice. But you have to believe in you. You have to believe in your value. It's part of the mix. Hold on, let me review. Okay, so this grounding energy is people recognizing how fierce you are when you come out from under the ground and you show people again your confidence. Now they're going to see you in a whole different way. They're going to spot your beauty. They're going to see it. Now, of course, Libra is partnership, but this is more gorgeousness, beauty, attractiveness, or the beauty in something that you've done. People are going to recognize that now. You have to, dust off. For me, it's a manuscript. You have to dust off that old manuscript. You have to dust off those old dance shoes. You have to dust off that old car that you gave up working on because you couldn't figure it out. And you got to go back to it. That's what you've got to do in the retrograde, because something in your past, but it's not a relationship. And that's what you need to know. Relationships are your default for feeling good about yourself. They're the way that you waste your energy. It's not a relationship. This is a project. This is something that you were meant to create. You've got to go back to it. You've got to finish it. People are going to notice it this time. Okay. Yes, I am going to dig into details. We're going to get a lot more information out in a full tarot spread. And of course, I'll do your romance and relationship insights and messages over in the extended as well. The link is below. Cancer, I'll see you over there.